Can you believe some Tesla owners have to run extension cords from their third-story apartments just to charge their cars? And what if we told you that public charging isn't as free as many people think? Living in an apartment without a home charger might sound like a nightmare, but it's more common than you think, and it comes with its own unique set of challenges. This is how you can charge your Tesla when you live in an apartment or don't have home charging. Thinking about buying a Tesla but worried about not having home charging? Can it be done? Absolutely! Tesla is actually the best option for people without home charging, thanks to their extensive supercharger network. Is it as convenient as charging at home? Not quite, but with a bit of planning and the right mindset, you can make it work. Charging a Tesla when you live in an apartment has its challenges, but with some strategic planning, it's definitely doable. Is public charging free? That's a common question, and the answer is no. While many people think public charging is free, that's not usually the case. Most public charging, especially DC fast charging, costs money. How does it compare to gas prices? The cost is often competitive with local gas prices. For instance, supercharging can cost around 35 cents per kilowatt hour, which can be about the same or even cheaper than gas in some areas. So while public charging isn't free, it can still be a cost-effective option for many Tesla owners. Did you know Tesla's supercharger network is actually designed for long-distance travel rather than daily around-town charging? That's right! While it's super convenient for road trips, what happens if you rely on it daily? You might find yourself spending more time and money on charging. And in areas where electricity is expensive, does this add up quickly? Absolutely! For example, if gas in your area is around $3.50 per gallon and supercharging costs around 35 cents per kilowatt hour, you might see that charging costs can be comparable to gas. It all depends on your car's efficiency and your driving habits. Have you invested in a mobile charging kit yet? If not, you definitely should. Why? Because it's a lifesaver when you don't have a home charger. Look for an extension cord labeled SJTW with a 12-gauge thickness to handle the high amps. How does this setup help? It allows you to plug into a standard wall outlet. Sure, it's slow and only gives you 2 to 3 miles of range per hour, but when you're in a pinch, it's better than nothing. When living in an apartment, how do you find charging options? It's crucial to scout around. Do some apartments offer EV charging stations? Yes, some do. Always ask the management if they have plans to install any. If you find an available outlet, should you just plug in? No, always ask for permission and offer to pay a fee. People can get quite protective of their electricity and you don't want any drama. But what if your apartment doesn't have any charging options? Look for local public charging stations. Apps like PlugShare can help you locate all nearby chargers, including those in shopping malls, public parking lots, and workplaces. How does the app help? It includes photos, user reviews, and details about each charger, making it easier to find and use them. But does it show real-time availability? Not always. That's why you'll need to cross-reference with specific apps like ChargePoint for that information. What other apps are helpful? A better route planner is great for planning road trips and estimating your range. For instance, PlugShare is excellent for finding chargers, but to see real-time availability, you'll need the specific app for each network. If you see a ChargePoint charger on PlugShare, open the ChargePoint app to check if it's available. This saves you time and frustration, especially when you're low on battery. Have any tips or experiences about charging when you live in an apartment to share? Drop them in the comment section below. Is public charging a hassle? Well, it can be. But with the right approach, it can work for you. Are you familiar with the types of public chargers available? There are level 1, level 2, and DC fast chargers, each with different charging speeds. What's the difference? Level 1 chargers are the slowest, adding about 2 to 5 miles of range per hour. Level 2 chargers are faster, adding about 10 to 30 miles of range per hour. And DC fast chargers? They're the quickest, adding about 60 to 80 miles of range in just 20 minutes. Should you charge your Tesla to 100% at public chargers? Not really. Try not to charge past 80 to 90% because it takes significantly longer to fill the last 10 to 20% of your battery. Why is this important? This is especially important at busy superchargers where others might be waiting. And if you find a supercharger with off-peak pricing, what should you do? Take advantage of it to save some money. Have you considered destination charging? It's another great option for Tesla owners without home charging. What does it involve? This involves charging your car at places you frequently visit, such as your workplace, gym, or favorite shopping center. Did you know many businesses offer EV charging stations as a perk for customers? So take advantage of these whenever possible. Does your workplace offer EV charging? If so, that's a huge win. You can leave your car plugged in during the workday and return to a fully charged battery. But what if your workplace doesn't have charging stations? Consider talking to management about installing them. Many companies are open to the idea, especially if multiple employees drive EVs. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more Tesla and EV-related content. Wondering how to make the most of your charging experience? There are a few accessories you should always have on hand. First, is your car compatible with CCS charging capabilities? If not, don't worry. Tesla offers retrofit kits to make it compatible with third-party high-speed charging stations. Do you carry a CCS adapter and a J1772 adapter in your car? You should. These adapters allow you to charge at a wider variety of public charging stations. And what about a charging lock? It's essential to prevent others from unplugging your car and using the charger themselves. Want to get the most out of your Tesla's battery? There are a few key practices to follow. First, are your tires properly inflated? Low tire pressure increases rolling resistance, which drains the battery faster. So check your tire pressure regularly and keep a portable air pump handy. What about the weight in your car? Minimize it. Remove any unnecessary items from your trunk and back seat. And did you know that keeping your windows closed at high speeds can reduce aerodynamic drag? It helps your car run more efficiently. Living in a hot climate? Consider getting your windows tinted to reduce the load on your air conditioning. Have you tried activating chill mode? It smooths out the torque curve and saves on battery. Your car will accelerate more gradually, conserving energy. Think it might feel a bit slower? You can always switch back to regular mode when you need that burst of speed. What should you do in colder months? Precondition your battery and cabin while the car is still plugged in. This uses shore power instead of draining your battery. Have you thought about using the heated seats and steering wheel instead of the cabin heater? It saves energy. And if you have to park outside, make sure your battery is warm before starting your journey. Not many people know this, but cool features like Sentry Mode and Summon Standby drain your battery. Should you turn them off when not needed? Absolutely, to conserve energy. But what if security is a concern? Consider third-party solutions like external battery packs or dash cams that run on their own power source. Owning a Tesla without home charging is definitely a challenge. But with the right tools and mindset, is it doable? Completely. Planning ahead is key. Whether it's mapping out your charging stops on a road trip or knowing where the nearest public chargers are around your home, staying prepared can save you a lot of trouble. Remember to use the resources available to you, and don't forget those essential car accessories that can make a huge difference. Following best practices for battery health will go a long way. As electric vehicles become more popular, many places are starting to accommodate them. Your suggestion could be the push they need to start the process. If you learned a lot from this video so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.